Hello and welcome to this video. In this video we're going to be talking about the world of rental properties. Now, being the QuickBooks chap, obviously QuickBooks holds a special place in my heart, and for the majority of clients out there I would have no problems whatsoever in recommending QuickBooks Online. And with everything that's coming along with making tax digital, MTD, then having people move over to software is ever more important. And yes, QuickBooks Online is great for rental clients. In fact, there are actually going to be some upgrades to QuickBooks that's going to make it even better for rental. But it's still not perfect. And the only way for you to really get the most out of using QuickBooks Online and being a rental property owner is if you know a little bit about QuickBooks itself and a little bit about bookkeeping. Because off the shelf, there are a few bits within QuickBooks Online that doesn't quite make it the perfect solution for rental property owners, especially people who only just have maybe the one property. They become accidental landlords, like it's a second property they just couldn't shift, or they've inherited a property, something like that. And there's a lot of circumstances where people aren't going in with the intention of becoming a quote-unquote business, and they're not doing it as quite an investment, but they've inherited or they've had an opportunity to take on a landlord role and they're making the most of it. Now, if they're doing that, then they're going to get caught within making tax digital, which basically means they're going to have to file their tax returns electronically from 2024. Now, again, QuickBooks Online is perfectly suited to doing that. But if you're someone who's not quite au fait with the world of bookkeeping and what needs to be done, it can be very, very daunting at first. And that's where the guys over at Hammock, for me, have made it to be an absolute dream in terms of being able to have a software that we can recommend for literally anyone out there who's becoming a landlord. And this gets me really excited. I love software. That's why I do what I do. And software like this that has that niche market where it's designed perfectly for that individual really does sing to me. So let's go straight into it and let's find out exactly why I think Hammock is going to be right for you and your rental property. Hello, my name is Patrick. I am a chartered accountant, a certified UK trainer from Intuit QuickBooks, that QuickBooks chap on the internet, and also head of account here at Boffix. Now, in today's video, we're going to be talking about the wonderful world of rental. I've already done a video about how QuickBooks can do rental for you, and I'll try and make sure there's a link somewhere, however it works. But more importantly, today, we're going to be looking at software that is designed particularly and only exclusively for rental property owners or landlords. Therefore, this software is absolutely perfect for people who are not 100% quite sure what they need to do regarding keeping themselves with everything in line for making tax digital and tax returns, but holds their hand at every single step. So let's go straight into it and have a look at the world of Hammock and see how it can help you. Okie dokie, so straight away in front of us, this is your dashboard as soon as you come on to Hammock. Now, Hammock itself is designed to hold your hand. It's designed to give you everything you need. So straight away in front of me, it's telling me what else I need to do. I need to add a property, verify my mobile number, done that, track rent and tenancies, connect my bank account, unlock full features, and verify my email address. It's giving me a get started 33%, and it's telling me what my next step on my journey is going to be. Also, always good to note on here is that we have training up in the top area there. So that's always good to see. Little drop down box here where we can actually log out. And as you can see here, the dashboard itself is giving me some really insightful information. As I start adding data to the information, it's going to start giving me more. So let's go with exactly what it says. It says, right, let's add some properties. I've already had a play around with it, and some of you who know all my videos have already seen me add this particular property over here, but we're actually going to delete this one. And let's start afresh with the start. So here is my property portfolio. At the moment, I don't have anything here, but let's add a brand new property straight in the top right hand corner there. From here, it's saying what's my address, and straight away it's going to get some information for me. It's asking me if it's an HMO. Well, we just did a video on HMO over on the Boffix channel. Think of a HMO as a conversion of one single property into lots of different mini flats sort of idea. That's what HMO stands for. That's what HMO is designed to be. That's not what this one is. Number of tenants 1, Portfolio, personal, yeah, and you can have multiple portfolios if you need to. Just logging into my app, find out exactly all the information. Gets it dead straightforward to get something on here. So let's add that property. As you can see here, it's brought the property in. Not quite the photo, but you can just use this handy little button here. Move this round, and there she is. There is the property itself. Okay. Okay, mortgage and valuations. So mortgage, provider name, NatWest. Amount, I assume, is how much I'm paying per month. Let's stick that one in. I've added my mortgage into here, which also means that it's asking me also for maybe a new valuation. Property info. So what else can I put in here? So I've got my mortgage and valuations in place, so that's looking good. I've got my energy performance certificate coming in as a C. So with a potential of a B as well. So it's bringing me that information in automatically for us, which is great, especially when I've actually got to be really careful at the moment. I'm going to make sure that we've got all of those minimum energy certificates in place for us to be able to actually put in our property. Now, what else can I do here? So I can add a new tenancy, which I can say is just there. Let me get my information for tenancy up. So I'm going to put some historical information in here. So it looks like we had a 4th of October. So then once we put the tenancy in, it then asks, do you have a letting agent? Rental amount, we can stick in. Payment date, it says here 4th. Has the letting agent already been added to Hammock before? No. Okay. So I can put my letting agent in as well. I'm now going to add another new tenant. Okay, so I've just gone through and added all the information. So we've got tenancy, we've got opportunity to bring documents in. So let's upload a document. Let's have a tenancy agreement in. And then we've got all these other information. So we've got the information in there, so it's looking quite good. It's starting to build up information that we need to know. Upcoming payments, we've got documents, we've got all sorts coming through here. My mortgage interest and all that sort of stuff coming through. All right, let's then start looking at the next part that's interesting, and that's about transactions. From transactions, one of the most useful things you can do is add your bank account. So let's get that added. And this is where then we get to deal with our transactions. So for example, here's my mortgage. I could use the little type thing in to bring it in. Mortgage. Select my property and save. So that's been done correctly. Here's me receiving money. So let's link that one. Rental income. That's for Mr. Joseph Wright. And I can press save. View matching transactions, select all, track. Okay, so I'm quickly going through and putting these transactions in. Basically, from my point of view, if it's got a bank on it and green, then that means it's been added. And this is where it becomes really easy because it's making it super simple. The fact that this income I've just done is split automatically for. I mean, that's normally the hardest bit, is that whole matching of income versus expenses, because you will receive money, but you may have that money has already got fees on and everything else. And in this case, that's exactly what it's done. It knows I should have had £900. It knows that I should have £108, and it's split that for me, so the income's going to be correct. My next one is an insurance, building insurance. Again, what property is it on? Press save. Brilliant. Update. I've got some other insurance. What property is it on? And save. British Gas Services. This is repairs, maintenance. This is... So adding transactions, as you can see, is super simple. Anything that's got this green next to it means that it's already been allocated. Now, every time you add a transaction, you get the chance to add a note or add a receipt, so you can actually upload and put those transactions on. It keeps things nice and clean. So to quickly be able to do things, since you put one transaction in, use the search facility, find them, and then you can actually go and update all 30 transactions in this case to bring in my mortgage. I don't have to keep on going through from them ones. That makes my life easier. I can do the same here. AXA insurance, for example. I can search that, go to the top, put AXA in, select all, and update all of them. And this by far seems to be the quickest way for me to go through. Now this way becomes really clever. So you can see that now what's happened is we've had extra fees involved. So it knows that we should have had the income, knows where expense should normally go, and the rent is less than expense. Would you like to create an expense for the remaining fees? Track as maintenance. And then you can say it was repairs. Keep it clean and tidy for you. Same with this one. Put it to rental income. Track as letting fees. It makes it super easy. Instead of me having to go through and split them, as soon as I say their rental income, it knows that it's not what it was expected. You go until the end of day, just letting you know, we let water flow, working 9 to 5, I bring your raincoat. Dealing with personal transactions, dead straightforward. You literally click it, put the personal, and it's not going to affect anything. When you are putting expenses in, it makes it super easy. You've got all these categories that all make sense. It says you can put what against which property. Makes it super simple to keep on top of. And we'll walk outside. I find the easiest way is if you put it to untracked, and it's only going to show you what transactions you are. Find a transaction like this one, for example, that I know is going to happen more than other times. Dead straightforward. Select one, select what it was for, search and track, select all of them. Update 7, and at this rate I'm flying through those transactions. So now I've got a lot of information in there. It's time to see what else we can do with it. So you can see now it's starting to give me some indication of what's happening, upcoming payments, when that's due, what the occupancy is going to be 100%. If you've got multiple rooms you're trying to rent out, or you've got a bigger portfolio, that's going to help you. What your rental yield's looking like, any arrears you need to worry about, any rent collection, and any market risks that can go there. So it's really giving you a nice little breakdown of what's happened. From a reports point of view, I can see a nice little breakdown of income that I've had, expenditure that I've had with it, and other items that I've gone through. A nice little breakdown there to keep me on top of it. I can download it, select portfolio, search between one particular property. I can look at my portfolios and how they're going, what properties we've had as we've already checked. Now I've started putting some information in there. I can see kind of profit and loss analysis, how that's going, what my tenancies are at this point in time and how they're going. I can add documents like that tenancy agreement, some notes if I need to, reminders. This is a really good place where maybe you want to put in that you need to make sure that you've got insurance at a certain date, and same with notifications as well. You can even put a nice little calendar of when items are going to be due. The important thing of all of this though is your tax statement at the end. So after you've committed to saying that you're happy that everything's correct, you then get to go in and it tells you what your taxable income and taxable expenses are and forecasts you what you believe your tax payment should be. Giving you a breakdown of taxable income, taxable expenditure, where it's got the information from, filter by property if I need to, download options if that's going to be the case. So overall, what do I think of it? It's so simple, isn't it? Having to be able to attach documents, tick. Being able to attach your bank account, tick. The cleverness of being able to say what your tenancy amount of rent's going to be, or what your expected fees are going to be each month, and then basically be able to dictate what the rest of that transaction is going to be, I think is an absolute game changer. It's that feature alone which sets it apart, gives it the opportunity to make this software work really, really well, for your average kind of landlord who doesn't 100% understand the ins and outs of bookkeeping, but savvy enough to use a bit of software to be able to get it all done for you. Now, if you really like the look of this software, then head over to our e-store over at Boffix, where we're going to be making sure that you get your hands on Hammock itself. If it's not for sale on the e-store itself, then drop us a message at hello@boffix.com and we'll make sure you can get your hands on this particular piece of software. We're also going to be giving you an opportunity to have a bundle as well, where not only do you get to buy the software off us, but also the chance for us at Boffix to do your tax return for you. One low subscription means that you get access to this software to make sure you're on top of your landlord duties, and also gives you the opportunity to have your tax return done. So what could be better than that? Hammock is a great piece of software and a great example of when software really does niche down into what you need it to do. Not trying to make it a software for everything, but a software that's very particular for a very particular portfolio of clients. And I'm really, really happy with it. Me personally, I'm going to be definitely looking at this in more detail. I'm definitely going to look at ways in which we can get the most out of it and get quicker. A few areas where I think there's room for improvement. I do think the transaction page has a little bit of options there for rules and things like that. I think will make this even cleaner and quicker to do. And I do think then there's the option there to really speed up the process. I've just gone through and gone back, 3-4 years of data. It's taken me 40 odd minutes to do. So it's not terrible. And certainly that's not a bad thing at all. But I do think there are quicker and better ways to put that data in. Overall though, I really love this piece of software. Definitely going to be there, going out there and looking at making sure that people get to see this as much as possible. So what did you think? Let me know in the comments below. Is Hammock the sort of software that you would like to use? And is there anything on there you think would be better suited or have better features for other clients out there? Now currently there's no opportunity to bring limited company into it. It is designed for a sole proprietor or joint proprietor or a landlord, but I know they're looking at the opportunity to bring in a limited company as well. So I think that's going to be quite a good game changer. I did actually ask during my last meeting with them if there's opportunities for maybe capital gains tax and things like that. So fingers crossed that's a feature to keep an eye on going forward. But overall, really love Hammock. I think it's a great solution. And on the clients that we've given it to already, they're already seeing it as a really quick and easy way of keeping on top of it. But that's my opinion. Let me know below. What do you think of it? Do you think you're going to stick to QuickBooks or going to give Hammock a go? Don't forget, like, subscribe, share, all of that sort of stuff to make sure that more people understand what Hammock has and how Hammock can help them and their landlord experience. My name's been Aaron Patrick. This video has been an absolute pleasure to do for you. And I'm sure I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.